everybody, welcome back to the Spider of Lanka. So, I'd really like to figure out what the hell this statue's about. I've got a funny feeling that that is probably to do with the letter that Albert had upon his person. Wait, hold on. Ooh, hold on, haven't read that one before. Is it this one? Yeah, here we go. Our Cultural Tolerance Department has provided a gift, a statue appropriate to those devil-worshipping societies. Find out if they appreciate it. So, well, they've kind of shoved it down here out of the way. Nobody seems sort of to be crowding around. I've just noticed it's got the 7 Seas symbol on there. Bloody hell. How about a little bit of product placement? So, before I investigate that too much, and along with everything else that's going around here, especially who is accosting Zabiri with a... I just realised they've got a sword pulled. I just want to dive back into here because there's a couple of things that I noticed. So it looks like this blade here that's part of this ritual that is mentioned on the poster here looks like it's usually pinned in this little rack here, which means someone who's rather on the tall side has to go up this step ladder, reach up and yank it out to start the process. Now, the actual process is for 2 people to take a test, the Lemurian priest and the potential heirs. So the priest is the adjudicator, I guess. And the potential heirs, to which throne remains to be seen, I guess, whichever one wins at the test is then put on top of this thing and the blade is released. But as we know here, we can see that the center drops down. Now, that doesn't look like it's quite enough for somebody to potentially roll through the gap and get in, as this lady apparently has, for whatever reason. But I wonder if it's just enough for the center of their body to dip down low enough that the blade passes over the top. Perhaps that's all part of the illusion as to whatever sort of process this actually is. Anyway, but there's blood here. But not this lady's by the looks of it, otherwise there'd be a pool of it. I wonder whether there was some sort of toxin or some sort of poison in here, labelled "throw me in the eye," that got broken accidentally as she was trying to climb into this thing. And maybe she ended up wiping herself out. Still none the wiser as to what the hell's going on. But let's take a look at these dates. There was a date here somewhere, wasn't there? Okay, 12th of November. So I'm thinking maybe this is 12th of November, 1791, was it? Just to remind myself. 1741. Okay, so I'm sure we'll be returning to this room before too long. So yeah, let's not put it off any longer. Let's investigate this horrible statue that was apparently supplied by the 7 Seas Company. We can't actually examine it. It is simply a statue. A large one, at that. But that's fine. It is ghastly, though. What's in here? Ooh! Interesting. So is this a note that's been discarded in the bush? Do not get precise answers. Oh, did not get precise answers, but this will help. 1. Rotate the line every 4th same colour, circle, circle, square. This is the test. This is the test in the dome. Was somebody cheating? You filthy, tricksy little... It's these. It's the answers to these. So rotate the line every 4th. Same color, circle, square. Right. The number of horizontal lines multiplied by 6. Oh. And it's easy. Just look carefully. So somebody had insider help. Oh. I just noticed this body above the funeral pyre has a big old gash through the middle. That's a bad thing. I think this is the one that left the red puddle atop the casket. So let's see, who be you? The woman has a huge wound across her abdomen beneath an apron. Oh, shockingly, she's not breathing. Now, beneath an apron, didn't the lady who has seemingly expired inside this thing, didn't she have a note on her saying something about preparing an apron? So that was from her warrior, Jayan. This was her diary entry saying that she's going to leave the person that she was betrothed to run off with Jayan. But this one, hall will be unlocked in the morning. They take the test. When the winner is revealed, we will lock it again. The evening... Oh. The evening before the ritual, lock yourself inside, set everything up. Remember to prepare the apron for the one who succeeds. The red paint is in the vase. Oh, hold on. So this is paint? I'd love to know where this vase is, but this is... Okay, so this is paint. So the whole thing was a ruse. The platform does dip down to save whoever was on there, but something's obviously gone quite horribly wrong. Oh. Hold on. The wooden apron and clothing beneath it have been slashed. Oh, okay, I thought that the clothing hadn't actually been slashed. There's a mixture of blood and red paint on the wound. So, the apron's made of wood, bizarrely, and it was rigged to look like it had been gashed open. I didn't quite get how that would work. Unless there's like little pockets of paint on the inside of it, and as the axe goes through, it's supposed to release the paint, making it look like blood, but it actually did go too far. It went through the clothing into this poor unsuspecting lady. What sort of thing is that? Oh, is that like a little stack of little leaves all bound together? That's very cute. November 15th, today. Yesterday by the looks of it. Tomorrow is the big day and my heart trembles with anticipation. If Tisa passes the tests, I will not feel I have failed. I will witness his ritual of blade with joy in my heart. So, this young lady was going up against a fella named Tisa. For none is braver and wiser and worthier than him to inherit father's responsibilities. Ooh. If I happen to be picked, I will bow my head in humble appreciation of this great honor. So this is the king or emperor or chief or whatever, his daughter, and it doesn't explicitly say it, but I'm thinking Tisa may be her brother, maybe? Oh dear, something went very, very wrong. Who are you? Hello. Oh, are you Tisa? May you travel from darkness to light, from death to immortality, dear sister. Yeah, this is Tisa. Death is a mere illusion that appears to those who cannot grasp absolute reality. Why is that capitalized? Absolute reality is a thing, I'm assuming? Oh, hello. People of Albion. Leaflet number 8. Titania Printing House. Read and learn Albion language. I suggest you do your language practice while observing the Seven Seas Company gift to Raja. The horrible bloody thing in the corner there. Okay. Despite their name, the Infernal Guard are dedicated to a noble cause. Fighting fire. Okay, so they're the fire crew. Yelling to clear the way, they hurry to the place of the ordeal to do their unenviable job. Is that a haiku? Hold on. That's a haiku. Why is there a haiku in the middle of the people of... Anyway, it doesn't matter. The guards do not feel fear and smirk at things that would be agony to commoners. They bravely step into the infernal limbo and do their duty. Challenges they face are like lava and obstacles. Are like lava, and obstacles can be ominous. And during the night, I feel like there's a cipher in here. This is just blabbling on. I feel like there's a code to unlock somewhere in here. During the nights, even otherworldly, but inattentiveness is a swift killer. Ignited with bravery, they step into the nightmares. Their burden is monstrous. They often yell commands, already fatigued. If accidents can cause such misery, intentional cases are more odious. But the men, unclean and tired, run to the place of terror to face whatever horror awaits them. I feel that's all nonsense. I suspect there's a code in there somewhere. November 15th, so again, yesterday. Tomorrow is the great day. The ritual hall will be opened and Anula and I will be evaluated, the sister on the funeral pyre. May light guide my sister in the test, for she is worthy of the title. If fate judges me to be the one, then I am ready to undergo the journey through the blade to the sun and back again to claim my birthright. So, feels like these two kids were, well, victims in all of this, whatever the hell's gone wrong. Perhaps it is just some show for the people to make them believe that whoever's ascending to the throne or whatever it is they're taking the mantle of, are chosen by whatever gods are above to survive such tests. But something's clearly gone wrong. Oh, wait. How far down does this platform go? Terribly sorry, madam. You shouldn't speak such way of the recently deceased. But it looks like it's bouncing off of her buttocks. So I think that she was probably in here already. Then the two of them, whose names I've forgotten already, Tisa and Anula, I think it was, came in to perform the test. Anula won. She was on here, was supposed to have been lowered in as the axe was released and swung down, but because this body was in the way, the platform couldn't go all the way down, so she was slashed. Ooh, oh, that makes sense. That's why the vest is made of wood. So the vest is supposed to just sit either side of the... Yes, it makes perfect sense. It's supposed to bridge the hole that's made by the lowering platform, meaning that her body is supposed to actually sink down in the middle. The vest stays there and gets slashed with the red paint, making it look like she's then risen from the top of the thing, completely unharmed, happy days. She is clearly chosen by the deities to lead the people. Blah, 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 blah. Anyway, what the hell went wrong? Why was she inside this casket? I do feel like I need to revisit all of this information soon, but I feel like I'm going to be going around in circles unless I have more context first. So, Albert, I hadn't explored everything that's on your person just yet. So let's start from the top with you. I did not expect my first Seven Seas assignment to conclude so shockingly. No wonder these savage countries need to be civilized. So he's here from the Seven Seas Shipping Company. This is... What did we say? We said that this was before... I believe this is before he goes off with Oberon Geller to find the island. Yeah, strengthen an alliance with Abaya the Radiant. So I wonder if Tisa and Anula were the children of Abaya the Radiant. Bring these 4 locally produced pigments to Europe. Blah, 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 blah. Right, no note on whether Abaya was about to step down. So, let's see. I feel like I looked at all of this except for maybe this note. Albert, I will not be able to accompany you on your first Seven Seas mission. A pressing matter requires my attention. 1. Ignore whatever rubbish Central Office has suggested. 2. Befriend Putra. He has the Raja's ear. Who is Putra? 3. When you arrive, place the gift in the location as instructed on the wrapping paper. It's meant to be a surprise. I doubt he could place an entire big-ass statue, so... Must be some small trinket somewhere with wrapping paper. Right, I did look at that. Looks like feeding a gift into a mouth. And he has his... didn't look at this, did I? The Seven Seas Company Associate Travel Guide. Navigation. Navigating by star. North Star. Once you are facing the North Star, you are facing north. That's what it says on the celestial tin. Navigating by crescent moon. Imagine a line joining the endpoints and down into the horizon. That direction is south. I've heard about the North Star, but is that a thing? Is that real? Huh, that's kind of cool if so. Right, important. Seven Seas Company Associate Travel Guide. On the island of Lanka, as with many other former colonies of the Lemurian Empire, the lingua franca is Common Lemurian. This is an example of Common Lemurian script. Ooh, okay. So anything in that font is Common Lemurian. Note that the honorific master is followed by the surname. For the last century, the island of Lanka has been divided in 3 kingdoms, each named by their ruler's family. They are Jaffna, Gamini, and the Vijaya kingdoms. Each kingdom is ruled by a Raja who subjugates the peasantry, enabling the cheap production of cloth, pigments, and spices. Hence the charade to make it look like they're picked by the deities above to keep the people in line. Was there anything else? No, I don't think there was there? Okay. What's going on with poor it was Zabiri, wasn't it? Cease your threats, Lankan lackey. I am not to blame for my father's deceptions, but perhaps this is the price we pay for our stagnating culture. So his dad was supposed to meet him in Lanka at the port a couple of days after the whole thing kicked off with the Payet game. I beg you... Oh, Ari. Haven't heard that name before. I beg you, cease to request that we meet. You know it is unwise. Venerable Upik's watchful eyes notice everything. The daughter had a note from Upik. The person inside the casket did. He is your father, and the Upik is the father, okay. And you know his character. He will not tolerate such transgression. I am a mere servant and must know my place. I can never be part of the Kera family. Okay, so let's put that down there. So Upik, where you at? Upik, Kera, is Zubiri's father, and Ari is some sort of associate. Let's put him there. Okay. Who you? With the rather fetching parasol, I must say. Keep your mouth shut, boy. Your father committed a murder and cannot be forgiven. Undoubtedly, His Highness will demand your life. That seems a bit harsh. Guilt by association. Okay, we have a key, as it says in the tooltip. Another one of these wide notes. Okay, so we now know that this is Lemurian script. I wonder if that actually comes into play. Position guards outside the Chamber of Trials during the test in the morning. Oh, this is from the big guy himself. Only my children and the priest must be allowed in there. The priest forbids the presence of any Westerners during the ritual, but we do not wish to insult a man of the Seven Seas Company. Right, so Seven Seas have obviously got the boss of the place in their pocket. Entertain Albert Cloudsley Esquire by showing him the gardens during the ceremony. Meanwhile, allow nobody to enter the ritual hall except me, my children, the Lemurian delegation, and our noble Blade Master. Okay, so during the test... That's right, it did say this on the poster, didn't it? During the test, it was merely the two heirs and the priest. Yeah, the priest. And then... Nobody entered the ritual hall except me, my children, the Lemurian delegation, and our noble Blade Master. Does that match up with what was here? Right, so the Lemurian delegation are allowed. The royal family, so the king and his kids, the Spymaster, and the Blade Master. Spymaster, you say? The ritual hall, me, my children, the Lemurian delegation, and our noble Blade Master. Doesn't mention the Spymaster. Interesting. You there, with the blade. Do not worry, young Lemurian. If it is meant for you to die today, it will be my hand, and by my hand and swift. I have killed many people for the right and the wrong reasons. Such is the Dharma of the warrior. Any more clickety-clickety-clickety-cloot? No, it doesn't seem to be. I need to organise these words soon. But we have a who now? A falchion. Okay, that's a word I've never encountered. And another note. My My tiger, you say? Your moonlight and soon your queen. Sorry, bear with me. Tangent. My tender petal. Your warrior. I wonder whether that fella was the potential lover of this lady here. I wonder if I can leave my servitude and marry this brave fighter. And the note from Yupik. Okay. So I think this could be the other half of that little love equation. I wonder if he knows that no, he can't possibly know that she's dead. Anyway, have you found anything that might help me earn my rightful title? Then you can be by my side forever. My rightful title? Interesting. What title does she hold? Wait, who is she? Leave it in the bush by the pyre. That insufferable Putra has his dogs searching our things regularly, so we must be careful. Oh, no. No. I've misread this. That isn't the lady inside the casket at all. This fella was seeing Anula. Whatever the family name was. What was the family name? Wasn't it here somewhere? Maybe. Putra, the Raja, Central Office. No, anyway, it doesn't matter. Wait. Befriend Putra. Befriend Putra. Leave it in the bush by the pyre. That insufferable Putra has his dogs search our things regularly, so we must be careful. So, this guy had somehow made notes about the trials, these little tests here, dropped it into the bush for her to read before she went in. Seemed to have done some good of a kind, because she actually then passed the test, but then was killed in the ritual. So he clearly knows that his lover here was, your moonlight and soon your queen, that his lover's dead. So yeah, he's a bit peed off, which is understandable. You can kind of see where he's coming from. So was there anywhere else around here? I don't think there was. Let's head inside and see what's inside this here building. Room. It's certainly one of those. What have we got? Oh, hold on. This isn't the spider of Lanka. A small spider. Interesting. What else do we have in here? A cricket. A scorpion. What's this? A millipede? Centipede? I think that's the other end of it, maybe. What is that? A beetle? Yes, it is. It is indeed a beetle. I'm just going to do the shiny sparklies. No, nothing else to see in that little enclosure. It's got a red... Oh, hold on. It's got a red diamond-shaped lock. This fellow has a red diamond-shaped key. So is the room... Does the room belong to this guy? Could this be Putra, maybe? Keep your mouth shut. Your father committed a murder, cannot be forgiven. Undoubtedly, His Highness will demand your life. Oh. So I'm wondering if this fella is saying that Yupik killed Anula, the heir to the throne. That's why he's so peed off. Anyway, so this is Putra, the guy that has the Raja's ear. Let's take a look. The deadliest arthropods of Lanka. The sector... Oh. Okay, so this is the sector spider, which we knew from the note produces one of the pigments, so presumably red pigment. Okay, the sector spider feed only twice a week. Calamarian scorpion, a quick and painful death. Oh dear. Plain beetle, the merciful killer, like falling asleep. Oh, these all kill. Good God. Oh, yeah. I suppose that's probably why he headed it up the deadliest arthropods of Lanka. I knew there's method in there somewhere. The Legion centipede. After death, the victim's body bloats like a balloon in minutes. Ooh. Nesting cricket. Bite stops the heart quickly. What do we have here? We have some sort of cloths. A map. Table with a thing. Let's see. What have we got here? A bottle of black substance labelled Sector ink. Ah. So that is what the spider produces? Yeah, the Sector spider. Okay. What is? Ah, interesting. Dear Putra, I did my best to seduce that Lemurian servant. Girl from the Sukera family. That's the one that's in the casket. I did... Oh, so it was all a ruse? Oh, she fell for him. It was a trick? I did my best to seduce that Lemurian servant girl from the Sukera family so we could obtain successful results for the young prince in the test. What? Surprisingly, she was not charmed by my advances. I do not know what is wrong with her. Royal Blade Master G. Seems dubious. Can I trust him? Interesting. So this was received by Putra. I think the fact that this is addressed to Putra and this is the lock, I think we can safely label the fat man with the parasol as Putra. So he received this from the Blade Master, who he had set to woo the servant girl. And surprisingly, she was not charmed by my advances. Well, that seems to be in contradiction of what we've got in the note. My tender petals spend the lights, think about your lips and eyes, blah, blah, blah. So this was from Jayan. Oh, is that a pseudonym? Jayan? Okay. But she wrote in her diary that she'd fallen for him. So I think maybe he genuinely did sort of have feelings for her and wanted to basically run away with her or something equally sickeningly romantic. What do we have here? Oh, God. Right. Master, we found this poem and picture in the palace garbage September 5th. So that was, 10 days ago? Picture is the key. The lion is... Okay, the picture is the key. This was not hard to decode, but the method is curious. You will be heir. Okay. So I see... Yep, that's fine. That's fine. I see... The first letters, H-E-I-R, yep, W-I-L-L. But lion, the picture is the key. Lion. Wild. Impulsive. Yellow. Ocelot. Untamed. Wilderness. Impulsive. Oh, lion. Leap. Beast, Emperor, okay, King of the Jungle, yep, Hunter, Eat, Instinct, Roar. Right, got you. So one word on each line can be related to the image, and then the first letter of each of those is the actual encoded thing. Well, I think I've just found the cipher that I was hunting for before. I just need to remember where the bloody hell the note was. Was it... Here we go. Oh, but that doesn't help. That doesn't help because there's no picture. Crap. I'm pretty certain, though, that this is along the same lines. I suggest you do your language practice while observing the Seven Seas Company gift to Raja. So, is it related to a devil? Infernal. Infernal fire. So, if yelling, does appear to be yelling, they hurry to the place of ordeal, to the unenviable job. If you... Oh, it's all falling into place. Let's see. Guards do not feel fear. Fear seems to match. Things that would be agony. Bravely step into the infernal limbo. F-A-I-L. Oh, if you fail, challenges they face are like lava. Obstacles can be ominous. And during the nights are otherworldly. L-O-O. In attentiveness is a swift killer. K. If you fail, look. Ignited nightmares. Look in. Their burden is monstrous. They often yell commands already fatigued. Yell would fit. My. Look in my. If accidents could cause such misery, intentional cases are more odious, but the men unclean, M-O-U. Wait. Mouth? Run to the place of terror to face whatever horror awaits them. If you fail, look in my mouth. I don't like where this is going. I'm hoping this is simply looking into the mouth of the demon statue. No, it isn't. Which means I have a horrible feeling he might have to look in his sister's mouth? Woman is a huge wound across the... No? No. Okay, not that. Not that mouth. I suggest you do your language practice while observing the Seven Seas Company gift to Raja. Read and learn Albion language. If you fail, look in my mouth. Let's just double check this. Misery. Odious. I think it's probably going to be unclean. Maybe tired? Run to the place of terror. Face whatever horror. Yeah, no, mouth. It's got to be mouth. If you fail, look in my mouth. Open up, sir. Who would he have received that from? Who wrote this? Oh, maybe we need to find out who has green ink. So we know... that's got to be it. We know that... I really need to... Bear with me 2 minutes. I'm going to organise these words. Okay, that's a bit more organised. That's causing fewer heart palpitations. So, Albert Cloudsley is the only name that I can conclusively say I have the forename and the surname, as well as Yupik Kera. I've left Ari down here, who is the one that scripted the note to Zubiri. I've kind of let the rest of these names, however, floating around here, sort of congeal into a bit of a mass. I have no idea who is what now. I know Putra is this guy. I know that Ji is the Blade Master. Possibly him? Not sure, though. Not convinced. Right, let's head back into here. So we didn't take a look at this map, did we? Clue's been added to the thinking panel. So this is the island of Lanka. Okay, interesting. So, Jambapur is a place. Let's put that there. The Jaffna Kingdom. Jaffna. We've already got that, so that's a location. Lankapur. Where was the... let me see. Where was the... Pajak house? Was that Jambapur or Lankapur? It wasn't Klusapur. I definitely don't recognize that. I think it might have been Lankapur, so that might have been the port with the big statue with the four-armed person. The Vijaya Kingdom. Vijaya is a place. The Gamini Kingdom. The Gamini is a place, and Klusapur is a city. So let's put the cities, the capitals. Oh, let's actually pair them up. So Klusapur is the capital of the Gamini Kingdom. Jambapur is the capital of the Jaffna Kingdom. And then Lankapur is the capital of the Vijaya Kingdom. Perfect. Right, so we've got our kingdoms, our 3 kingdoms. That was mentioned somewhere, wasn't it? Hold on. Where was that mentioned? Nope, not here. Sukera family. That's a separate name by the looks of it. So, let's... I'm also missing 3 words. I'm going to have to do a brief scout around to see if I've missed anything. Ooh, no, here we go. Missed this bit. Right. Isn't that the figure that was on board the... Is this the priest, maybe? This looks like the figure that was on the boat in the little animation before we came into this case. That also carried the golden casket. Interesting. And then this, I guess, is... I don't know who this could be. Again, I don't know who these... Oh, Anula and Tisa. Let's put them down here. We know who they are. They're the brother and sister. The kids of this emperor, I'm guessing. Let's take a look at the evidence first of all. Blue. Bottle of blue substance labeled lacquer ink. That's what I was doing, wasn't it? I was trying to work out who might write in green ink. But, yeah, not found anything just yet. What's this? Clue's been added to the thinking panel. This is October 10th. This is over a month before these events, by the looks of it. Magnificent Raja, I accept your invitation. Had I not unlocked Raja before? Seen it several times. Okay. I accept your invitation to facilitate the test and the initiation. Our delegation will arrive, oh, this is the Lemurians, with the necessary equipment at the start of November. The High Priest of the Kera clan. Is this Yupik? This could be Yupik Kera. This could be Zabiri's father. Interesting. Regarding the Westerners, you already know that we strongly advise against trading with them. They do not understand the importance of Lemurian tradition, and their ways are impure. The High Priest of the Kera clan. Yes, I think this could very well be Yupik Kera. What do we have here? Oh, good grief. Right. You're magnificent. Some encoded correspondence is being exchanged between someone at the palace and somebody else. Is that the newsletters? I do not like it. Oh, Master Sun. That's another new name. I wondered if that might be Putra? Because Putra's the one that found the encoded letter with the line on it. Anyway, I do not like it, and my spies are working overtime to discover who's behind this. Oh, that would make sense. So Putra could be the Spymaster. I still believe it is safe for your children to undergo the test, oops, and for the chosen one to go through the rites of rebirth. The Lemurian saint confirms that the ritual is the same as when you were sworn in, when you came of age. By day's end, you will have your heir, your highness, Master Sun. I mean, that last bit wasn't necessarily incorrect. It didn't specify she still had to be breathing, which, incidentally, she clearly is not. So, I think that the Spymaster could very well be Putra Sun. Now, did we have... Maybe the Swordmaster's full name is Jianji or Jijian, perhaps. Not... Oh, Tisa was one of the... Yes, Tisa... I'm getting my names jumbled up again. Tisa and Anula were the kids. Okay, cool. We're making some progress. I'm still missing one word, though. It's probably going to come up in the conversation here. So, let's see what the High Priest has to say. You wanted life for life, O most radiant and magnificent Raja. Has this information satisfied your needs? You wanted life for life. A small box filled with incense sticks. Life for life. Has this information satisfied your needs? And the Raja himself says, for sharing this secret, I will allow your Zubiri to live. But he must join me on this journey as insurance for your honesty. You are free to leave with your delegation. Wait a minute. I think I know that little cluster of half a dozen rings. That looks rather suspiciously like the cluster of rings that were in the possession of Rose Kubert from the original cases. Could just be coincidence, but it looks an awful lot like that cluster of rings that she had. And it was said that she spent lots of time in the colonies. Also, Qatar Blade, various rings with expensive gems. Okay, so we do have Zubiri. Let's put your name down here. Okay, anyway, you're free to leave with your delegation. So Zubiri needs to stay behind and go on a journey with the Raja? Well, we have all the words, so let's take a look at the panel. Right. This could be entertaining. Let's see if we can't name some names. Well, first of all, the man himself that started the whole sorry ordeal off, Albert Cloudsley, is here. I believe this to be Yupik Kera. And this, as we already know, is Zubiri Kera. Here, I believe this chap is most likely Putra son. This fellow, I believe... So he's the Master of Spies. I believe this is probably the Master of Swords. Jayan Ji. Now. That puts the cat amongst the pigeons. I'll come back to that in a minute. We have... so this is... Wait, where are you? This is Anula. This is Tissa. I haven't quite established the surname, though. Not entirely sure about that. Abaya Suke... Oh! Okay, she was a servant of the Sukera family, so she's going to be probably named after the family, I would guess. Is that a thing that would happen? Would they bestow the family title upon her as an honorific? Probably not. I'm on the fence about that. Not sure. And I don't have a clue what her first name would be. And then the head honcho himself. I'm sure I've seen his name somewhere. We do also have Ari here as well. What's your name, sir? What is your name? Now that's interesting. Oh! It would make sense that the family surname of the Emperor would be one of the 3 territories. But which one? Something's drawing me to Vijaya, and I'm not entirely sure why. Let's see if I can't track down that name. Important. It's going to be here, isn't it? Here we go. Lanka, the lingua franca is common Lemurian. Honorific master is followed by the surname. For the last century, island of Lanka has been divided into 3 kingdoms. They are the Jaffna, Gamini, and Vijaya. Each kingdom is ruled by a Raja, who subjugates the peasantry. Okay, that didn't actually lead me where I wanted to be. But somebody's mission. Pressing matter. Ignore whatever rubbish central office suggested. Befriend Putra. He has the Raja's ear. When you arrive, place a gift in the location instructed on the wrapping paper. Is meant to be a surprise. I hit the mouth again. The mouth. I feel like I am missing something. Wait. Why? Hold on. Am I looking at the wrong statue? Maybe? Not sure. But that's 2 references now to something important being inside a mouth. It's not in your mouth, is it? No, clearly not. Navigation. Navigating by the stars. Navigating by the crescent moon. Okay, fine. Nothing there. Strengthen... Abaya the Radiant. So, this is Abaya the Radiant. We still need to track down... Oh! Hold on. Now, hold on. Now, hold on. Now, hold on. Now, hold on. South. You take the topmost tip of the moon, the bottommost tip of the moon, and then where that is pointing is south. So this construct, which I know is on the map of the kingdoms in the office, is south of this position. So we are north of that, which lands us squarely in Clusapor of the Gamini Kingdom. Bloody beautiful. So this is Abaya Gamini, Tisa Gamini, Anula Gamini. Wonderful. So who are you? Could you be Ari? Could you be Ari of the Sukira? No, that doesn't make sense. That doesn't make sense. You are a servant to the Sukira family. Why would you be tipping off Zubiri about issues? I beg you, cease to request that we meet. You know it is unwise. Wait. Why does this say throw me in the eye? Anyway, wait. Tender Petal, Warrior Giant. So this is the Swordmaster trying to keep us sweet. This is Upik. Okay, dear diary, I believe I finally found love after all these years. I wonder if I can leave my servitude and marry this brave fighter. The poor boy will be heartbroken. Zubiri, maybe? But he should have understood a long time ago that I have no interest in him. So Zubiri kept on hounding that servant girl. And she writes back, I beg you, cease to request that we meet. You know it is unwise. Venerable Upik, your dad, watchful eyes notice everything. He is your father, and you know his character. He will not tolerate such transgression. His son, cavorting with a servant girl. I'm a mere servant and must know my place. I can never be part of the Kera family. So she is Ari. Yes! Bloody beautiful. So the servants did take the Sukira name, perhaps not officially, but whilst they're away on important business, the actual family needs to stamp their mark on their property. So, of course, she is Ari of the Sukira servitude. That doesn't make sense, but I know what I mean. Right. We have our identities. We have an awful lot more space. Let's take a little look. So, sequence of events. And here we have... Oh, interesting. Okay. So these are quite broken down. The Lemurian delegation consists of Upik, Kera, Zubiri, Kera, and... Oh, she was in the casket from the start. She was in the They brought Ari Sukira along on the barge. Today is the most important day in your life, children. The trial, the ascendancy to the throne. And here comes... Yari was his name? Zubiri. And the casket, she was already in there. So Ari, Sukira? Wow, okay. So let's take a moment to just reread the note that, what's his name again? Upik gave her, the High Priest. Not that one. He wasn't in love with her. The hall will be unlocked the morning they take the test. When the winner is revealed, we will lock it again. The evening before the ritual, lock yourself inside and set everything up. Remember to prepare the apron for the one who succeeds. The red paint is in the vase. So I don't know if there was actually any foul play here. I think Upik came along. He was called by the Emperor himself, by Abaya, from the far lands to perform the ritual that only takes place once in a lifetime because the Emperor's there for life. He subjugates his subjects. Not a democracy, I'll have you know. So Upik came along with his son to show, like, family solidarity. I don't know. He came along with his son for reasons. And the casket, and also Ari, who he basically enlisted to help out with the trick of making it look like someone's being sawn in half, but actually miraculously survived because they've been touched by the hand of God. Blah, 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 blah. Something went wrong. Ari was supposed to hop out of this. So this it'd been wheeled in the night before, door locked. She was supposed to hop out and prepare a couple of things, including the apron. Something went wrong. So she ended up perishing inside here, screwed up the entire thing, so the kid didn't actually get pulled down far enough into this to avoid the swing of the axe. She got cut in half. Emperor's not a happy puppy. I feel we're so close. We're so near. We're so near. Right, Abaya Gamini is the Raja. Putra son is the Spymaster. Jayanji is the Blade Master in the city of Klusapur. Right, we're halfway there. I don't think we've got far to go. Just a couple of little clues to slot together. Guys, thank you very much for joining me. Pleasure, as always, having you here for the ride. Green ink. If you'd like to leave a like or you care to leave a comment, put this in the spots down below. We can work out which. It was one of the kids. One of the kids had the green writing. Now I need to work out where I saw the green writing. It was on a note on something in one of the offices. But anyway, we'll cover that next time. I'll see you then. Bye-bye.